It's my journey, and it's how I came to the workbook as I reached midlife and was struggling with the question of who I am and why am I here and am I doing life the way I should have been doing it, or do I had so many questions when I reached midlife. And at that time, women are also going through physical changes and emotional changes, just all of these things hitting us at the same time. And so the book is about that journey that I started and then finished after a decade or two of really just trying to discover, unravel the things that no longer served me or no longer suited me, that I had always just done because that's what you did. It's what I've been conditioned to believe or taught. But as I got into that midlife stage, I just thought, but this doesn't really feel like me anymore. And I never really had a chance before to figure that out because I was busy with all the other hats I wore as a mother and a wife and a career person, answering to other people. And that just wasn't as satisfying as I expected life to turn out at that time. So I write about all of that in my book. And in the process of uncovering, peeling back all those layers and really getting closer to myself and figuring myself out to define who I wanted to be and who I wanted to become, I really had this strong desire to also share that with other women, whether it be that we just sit together and talk about our own experiences and learn from one another, or could I come up with a step-by-step model that could kinda keep us on track and kinda help us get to that place that we all desire to be? And it's going to be different for each one of us. And that's where the Shoes That Fit Her Soul came together, and then my workbook goes through those guided steps, which are there's 8 components in the shoe, and those components kinda direct us and guide us. How does a shoe really help us? And I just kept going with that idea, and I was like, the heel is behind us. We have to let go and work on healing ourselves from the things in our past that may have tried to damage us or tried to take us away from our destiny. The arch of the shoe is, it's our support in the shoe, but we also need a support system around us to help us along the way. And so I just kept going, component and piece by piece, and the whole shoe comes together to really form that identity. And so I like to tell my listeners and people in my workshops, look at your shoes, because after today, you'll never look at your shoes the same way again. And they're always with you. I mean, they're a reminder of who you are based on the complexity of the shoe and then who we are. We're very complex people as well. Society says, we have these roles, these are best fit for women, these are best fit for men. And, they try to put us all into silos. And so it just feels better when we're getting to make those choices for ourselves. And the best way to begin doing that, to take it outwardly, is to first go inward and really understand who we are on the inside and write that story, define it for yourself. And that way you become more authentic and people will know you for truly who you are. And I don't know, you've probably found this in your life too, Zoe, but the more authentic I became, the more people came into my life that were needed in my life, that are my lifetime friends, and they're the mentors and the people that were right for my life.
Yeah,
And
that
that's when
makes
my life
sense.
started really turning around, and I started feeling like, yeah, this is more meaningful. This is more fulfilling. I have, I feel I have more of a purpose now because I know what I stand for. I know my beliefs, and my values.